Hello, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I know, it's been a long ass time since I've been here, but these things happen. These things happen. People go through life. Nah, to be honest, I can't even lie, bro. I was just busy with shit, to be quite honest. Yeah, but hey, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Some of y'all missed me, some of y'all didn't give a shit, and most of y'all didn't, but fuck y'all. Yeah, it feels good to be back. Happy New Year to you guys. I realized that even though it's been like 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks now. Well, it is actually 4 weeks since the start of like the year. But yeah, Happy New Year to you guys. I hope you guys had an amazing Christmas season. I hope you guys had a great New Year. There's a lot of wild shit that has been happening in the world the past couple of weeks. Everybody's like, oh, 2026 is gonna be my year. I don't think so. For half of y'all, I really don't think so. Y'all cooked. Y'all cooked respectfully. But like shit, fucking we ball, I guess. But yeah, today I originally had like a crazy kind of, oh, welcome back, guys. This is such an amazing feeling to be back, and I'm sorry. Nah, fuck y'all. Nah, genuinely, fuck y'all niggas, bro. I don't give a shit any longer. This is my channel, and I'm gonna treat it like as if it doesn't even fucking matter, you know. But even though yes, it does, but like genuinely, I'm not even stressing right now. It's good to be back, This past couple of weeks, I have been basically trying new stuff. I've basically started reading books again. I got Psychology of Money right now. I'm reading that. And honestly, I might actually end up reviewing that on the channel if I ever end up finishing it, to be quite honest. But another thing that I've actually really been doing is learning how to make beats. Even though it's pretty recent and most of the beats sound like absolute shit, but like, hey, at least I'm trying it. It's something where I have friends who produce, I have friends who are involved in like music. My older brother actually is involved in music. He has some songs. Maybe eventually once he starts posting like more music again, y'all will get to listen to it. But like, music has always just been around, I love music so much. I just love the sound. And it's kind of crazy because I never really learned how to play an instrument, Guitars, I don't have enough dexterity in my hands to be able to play guitars. So, and trust me, I've tried. Certain times it's something where, and it's not really okay, yes, you get past the point where, okay, yes, your hands are cramping, things like that. I just can't do it. Like, it's only just recently when I realized that people can put down this like their pinky without having to move this. People can do that. I can't, and it kind of sucks. But like, it's just my hands are literally so stiff, But things happen. But I've always been into like music one way or the other. I remember in high school where there was this friend of mine. Her name is Louisa, and we always used to go back and forth of like, oh yeah, we got songs on our laptop and shit. Like, oh, you only got 1,000 songs? Haha, I got 2,000. Back in the day when like Spotify really wasn't a thing, and most people were downloading their music illegally. There's nothing you guys can do for me. The statute of limitations has gone for like 10 years since I've done that. So, sucks, But like, I'm serious, everybody did that shit. Everybody was downloading shit illegally, and it was just online. When you download it and you save it on your laptop or on your phone, if you have like an SD card. I would also remember the times when MP3 players were like popping off inside high school. So as you all already know, or some of you don't, is I went to boarding school, and in the boarding school, a lot of things happened. You meet shitty seniors. If you're watching this, fuck all of you, I don't care. Except for some of the good ones. The good ones know who they are. The bad ones can go suck dicks. But yeah, you you get certain trends that happen. You have social nights. You're gonna end up like me. In a previous video, I'm pretty sure I explained how my first social nights ended. You know, but then in another in probably this video, honestly, I might just fuck. Why is English so hard? I might actually just end up what do you call it? What do you call this thing? I'm actually talk about like a play that I did with like a couple of my friends because I had a crush on one of my friend's cousins. She was crazy, to be quite honest. But the major thing that I was trying to talk about with the MP3 player was that at that point in time, or at least in Nigeria, I don't know how it is right now, things have probably changed, but it's not changed so much that's a drastic difference. You know, back then, you can't have like phones, you can't have your laptops. You can have your laptops, but it's this kind of thing where you kind of have to request for it. And if you're in boarding school, like you kind of have to request for your laptop. You can't even use your phone. You can bring your phone, but you can only use it for very specific reasons. Like, oh, I have a file on my phone that I need to print out for some things, and I don't have to like call my mom or whatever, you know. That is when you'll be able to kind of like use the phone. But I remember the time when MP3 players, like the mini ones, I think it was kind of like based off of like the, what do they call this thing? The iPhone options. Basically tiny MP3 players, you know. Those ones where, okay, it just kind of like stays on there. You know, it's just tiny, small ones. Those were the ones where you can buy like an SD card, 1 gigabyte, you'll be able to put on like at least 200 songs, so you're good. But like the MP3 players, they were absolute shit. So you could only legit like listen to it for like an hour. And you need to charge it. And if you're charging it, you have to be smart about it. Because either one of two things will happen. Either somebody, well actually no, I don't think anybody was a snitch. Nobody was, well, you never know. People could have been snitches. But like, because they were so well hidden, nobody knew. And if you were like that, go fuck yourself, you know. But if you charged it, either somebody would, one, steal it, because shit like that happened, or two, the patron of the hostel would find it inside your room when they're doing checks. And it's like, it's this kind of thing where they might not even say anything initially, you know. All of this like mind games. You come back and you don't see it when you charged it. They might even, like, it would be this kind of case where the cord is still there. The cord is still, like literally, the cord is still there. So your mind is like, oh, did I actually charge this shit? Or am I just tripping? You know? That never happened to me, I'm just saying. But like, it's something that could have happened to somebody, you know? But yeah, for me, it was this kind of thing where I never had that issue. You know, I just kept mine, I kept listening to music. It was some of like the songs that I had on it. It was like a quick kind of thing where I just immediately, I got Immediately I got access to my laptop. I kept the SD card in there, sent the music into the SD card, and I just returned it quickly. Because I was like, oh yeah, I don't want to like have issues with that. But then things like that. Anyways, back to the point about like the patron taking it. So he will probably take it. You won't know a thing. You'll be thinking life is so breezy. Probably you're downstairs reading, you know, you're chatting to like this girl that you're messing with, you know, or you're just having fun. You know, life is good. You go back upstairs. The next thing you know, you open your door. You're like, you know, let me relax. I've been such a good boy lately. Let me listen to some nice sensational tunes. You know, I'm a great guy. I'm amazing. You go, you reach for the area in which you hid your MP3 player. You go there, it's no longer there. At first, you're kind of suspicious. You're like, ooh, what's going on here? You don't want to believe it because like, no, of course not. Like it's a better thing to be like, oh yes, I lost it, than for it to be there stolen, or worse, the patron found it. So you walk over there, you're like, you know what, with your headphones in hand. Back when there was still that audio jack thing, no, those were the days. Now it sounds so old. Fuck. But anyways, back in those days when the audio jack was there, you reach for it, you're like, oh yes, yippee-ki-yay, I'm gonna have some fun, yippee! You know, the next thing you know, you can't find your MP3 player. It's gone. And you're like, oh shit. And back then, it's this kind of thing where you'd be like, oh, it's the same thing with like phones as well. You'd be like, oh, I'm not even mad about the MP3 player. It's the SD card I'm worried about. Nigga, you mad about the MP3 player, bro. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. People will be like, oh no, it's not the phone I'm worried about, it's my SIM card. Nigga, be for real. You don't care about that SIM card. Like, back in the day, before all of the regulations and all the bullshit that's currently happening in Nigeria, you could legit just go outside, find somebody selling the SIM cards, pay like 150 naira to have everything registered. Go take a picture, simple, easy as pie, and you have a new SIM. Ain't got no problems. Some people have like 4, 5, 6 SIMs just because of like, oh yeah, just because they were able to get it. Nobody cares, you know? But ever since they started establishing the rules that don't even make no goddamn sense, it's not this kind of situation where you like your SIM is kind of like tied to your natural. It's now that I sit down and I think about it, that shit is crazy as hell. That's an invasion of privacy, but shit, we're living in today's world, that's for sure. But yeah, you go, you're thinking like, oh shit, did I lose it? Or did I hand it to somebody? That's not when you now start asking questions. Like, yo, bro, did you see where I left this thing? It's like, you don't move on, bro. Everything don't balls, bro. It's over for you, bro. Maybe we'll still we will still carry this as a shit. You know, you literally it starts like this. Initially, you don't want to believe that it's gone. You'll now be checking underneath your pillow. You'll be checking in places 3, 4 times. Just be like, yo, I know I did this today. I carried it with me. Nah, bro, it's over, bro. It's over. There's nothing you want to say, bro. There's nothing you want to say, bro. Like, it's gone. Then 2 or 3 hours later, while everybody is upstairs, the patron comes into the room. You don't even knock. Nigga knows that's his place, you know? It's like, I came into the room during prayer. I see, okay, yes, you guys cleaned your room. Oh, nice. Very nice. Very good and very beautiful. You know, I see, you guys cleaned it up very nicely. Good boys. But then I saw something. You know, in this hostel, we do not play with contraband. We don't. So I just need all of you to file outside. And already in your mind is like, oh fuck. Initially, you don't think like, yo, fuck, it's my shit that's causing all of these things. You still think like, oh, what must have happened? Like, what did we do? You know, you're shitting bricks because you're like scared. You're gonna get an ass whooping, you know? Then you walk out and it's like, tell me the truth. I won't be mad. He's asking everybody this. I won't be mad. Just tell me the truth. I found this thing here, this musical device. You know, I be seeing these things in children nowadays. They be listening to music. This will not better your lives. It won't better your lives. Like, just let me know who this is for. So either one of 2 things will happen. No, actually one of 3 things will happen. Either the most favorable outcome, everybody keeps quiet and it's like, yo, now we have no clue. Maybe it's somebody else that came and everybody bears the brunt of like the punishment. You know, nobody gets beaten, nobody gets flogged. It's just gonna be straight vibes. You know, you're gonna have to wash like dishes, do specific things. That's it. You know, you're chilling. That's the first one. You know, you get punished, but you get punished with your friends, and everybody's kind of happy. The second one is you confessing. You know, once you confess that kind of thing, the other guys can still catch strays because it's like, oh, you can't tell me you didn't know that he had this thing on him. Why didn't you snitch? Why didn't you say something? You know? Usually, in this kind of particular like instance, either you alone get punished or you get like lashed and it's confiscated and you never get it again. You know? You might not even get punished. They might just beat your ass and that's it. It's like, oh yeah, it's gone forever. Or they might even tell you that to break your SIM, break the SD card yourself, which is psychological like torture, because you paid money for this shit, and like it's like, bro, please, I like my music, I need it, you know. Or, you know, it's this kind of thing where like you just get straight punished because singular, like just you get punished. You have to like wash plates for like. Wash all the and when I say wash plates, I don't just mean like, oh, you're just washing like 5 or 10 people. You're washing like over 100 people's plates, and you have to like clean that area. Like it's a whole thing. I did that before, you know. I was not the best student, you know. I didn't keep to my rules or whatever. But like actually one of those times was because the senior was actually a fucking dickhead. And they caught him with my laptop because I was feeling generous and nice, and I gave him my laptop to use only for that fucking idiot to spoil the fucking. I shouldn't get mad, you know. I shouldn't get mad. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, he broke my shit, but it's okay. But not really, because I don't even think he got punished. Just me, because I was the younger one. He was in like SS2 or some shit. If he ever end up like watching this video, yes, I still have beef with you. Yeah. Nah, bro. It might be like, yeah, maybe eventually I'm gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, live and let live. I don't hate you. I don't want you to die or anything. But like, fuck you for that, you know. Or the final option in the case where okay, yes, they find this thing. Somebody snitches on you. You know. Let's say this person has been like, oh, if Monsieur finds out, like it's not going to be good, dude. I don't want to have anything about this, you know. And this person does not like you, and they snitch on you, and that's it. Because they snitch on you, then nobody else gets punished. Everything just falls directly on your head. And in that kind of case, because you didn't say anything, it's not like, oh, you were gonna try and lie your way out of this. That's not good. That's not good at all. That in that situation, you probably won't. It's like the level of punishment won't really change. To be quite honest, usually it just depends on the mood of the patron. But to be quite honest, you never know in this kind of cases. You never know. So you hear you're chilling, then you get punished, and shit happens. You know. But honestly, at that point in time, it was worth it. I can't lie. Yes, I just created the story. I can't remember. I don't think it happened to me. I'm pretty sure people, they got caught with it. I know mine ended up breaking because it was a piece of shit. You know, these things, they don't cost a lot. Like literally, at that point in time, it was like you spent like 500 naira. 500 naira back then was how much CAD would I say? I would say it was like maybe $6 or $7. No, maybe like actually like maybe $6 or $7 here, like Canadian. I'm probably a little bit less. Like yeah, probably a little bit less. The economy back then was significantly better than it is now. Everywhere. But in Nigeria particularly for this 500 naira, you bought that piece of tech. Then let's say you spent actually it's probably more than 500 naira. It's probably going to be like 1,500. Then for like the SD card, you spend like 500, 750, things like that. Then for like the headphones, you can just spend like 100 naira or 150 on it. In total, everything should be like 2,500 naira should be good. And back then, 2,500 naira was like a large, was technically a large amount of money, you know. So you're basically either getting this shit that's gonna break, has the chance of somebody stealing this shit from you, and you're gonna go broke because of it. Because sometimes everybody gets like, or sometimes I wouldn't want to say everybody. Usually you get like a payout at the beginning of the semester or just random times throughout the term. You know, you get some money to kind of like use, buy snacks, buy things like that. Or if you need to get like some pens and papers and whatnot, you know, you can use those things and everything's Gucci, you know. But then it's not this kind of situation where if you really want to listen to the music, you kind of have to buy it, and it's a safer alternative to having your laptop with you, because like I said, the patron can just walk into the rooms anytime, because it's like it's all just guys in there, you know. There's not this sense of like privacy, if you understand what I mean. It's not like as if, okay, you're actively watching you scrub your booty hole or whatever, but it's just like there's really not a sense of privacy in the traditional sense. Like you can be in there dressing, you're naked, you know, because it's a boarding school, you know, and you're just getting dressed and things like that, and that's somewhat normal, you know. Not like somewhat normal, but like it's to be expected, you know. Some people find ways around the naked part, but like the patient can just walk into your room, you know. Normally you shouldn't have like your doors locked. Yeah, sure, you can have your doors locked, but like during specific, like honestly, during majority hours of the day, you can't have them locked. Things like that happens, you know. But then it's that's just the way it goes, you know. There's a lot more stories. Like honestly, in the next video, which is probably gonna be either tomorrow or the day after, because I'm feeling a little bit of a creative bug, I'll talk to you guys about like the play that happened, because I had a crush on my friend's cousin, you know. Fun times, honestly. Crazy times. I still don't know how the hell that I thought of that shit. Yes, it was me. It was an amazing thing. I think I talked about this a while back, about like during like the first social nights kind of thing. But like, yeah, I'm a musical genius. So yeah, that's one of the major reasons why, like, to circle back, I'm trying to learn how to do beats. I'm trying to just go into like the music side of things, because I can still sing. I don't really sing as much as I used to, in the sense of like, yo, I'm out here trying to be sensational and whatnot, you know, but like I enjoy singing, you know. It's nice doing all just like vocal tones, often just listening to the sound and seeing how the thing can be incorporated into another sound to make it pleasant for most people to hear, you know. It's nice, it's beautiful, you know. And music comes in all shapes and sizes, you know. You got like all the way to the extremes to be like death metal, or like freaking hyperpop, you know. Or then you have like things like indie, or you have things like hip hop, you know. You got things like rap, you have things like pop, you have things like freaking jazz, the blues, things like that, R&B, you know. It's different facets of like the same thing. That's really just beautiful, you know. But yeah, this is just gonna be like the first video I've done in a while, and I'm happy you guys stayed here long enough for me, even though I went on a weird tangent there. Thank you guys, you know. But yeah, there's gonna be more videos coming out. I hope you guys enjoy this. You know, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts about like music, or if you had similar experiences during the time when you were in like high school or like in a boarding school. You know, I love listening to all of these kind of things. And I love actually seeing people interact inside the comment section, even though most people don't. You know, shout out to people like JCMail, email, honestly, in the comments. You know, it's always nice to see you in there, and I'm happy. You know, I'm happy. I'm doing my best. Things are looking up. You have to always have a positive, what they call this thing, outlook in life. Otherwise, shit gets crazy. But like, yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and a great rest of the month. You know, make sure you pray for people who often just look out for the people in your lives. You know, pray. Actually, look out for these people, because a lot of people are going through things right now. You know, have a great rest of the day, night, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever. And I will see you guys in the next video. You know, have a great rest of the day.